Oh, hi everyone! My microphone is way too loud because I have the filter up. My bad. Hang on a minute. I'll turn it down. I'll turn it down. Yeah. Close. There we go. Okay, sorry. Sorry everyone. Okay. We're back. We're ready. Okay. Welcome everyone to a new week of D&D and TTRPGs and Cthulhu and Sammy is terrifying today. They seem very powerful. They seem very, very ready, and there's less of us than normal to gang up on her, so I'm slightly nervous. But before we go around and say hello to everyone, please check out all of the social links which are now being spammed in chat, hopefully by our bot. There it goes. Which is it's kind of deaf now. Sorry, Azrin. All of our social links in there, Discord links, places you can find us, contact us, interact with our community, and all of the other good things. Also, places you can support us, buy our merch, and I should put like a calendar in these links as well, so you can see which cons we're going to and stuff. Because we're going to all of them. We're not going to all of them, but we're going to some of them. Also, check out information about our sponsors, Mage Hand Press and Bird in the Storm Publishing, both of whom you can find in those links. Also, we're very grateful to them because they make this all possible. We have a bunch of websites where you can get 10 to 15% discount using our special codes, and it really does help support us if you use them. So if you've got anything you need in tabletop things, then please do go and check them out. Let's go around and say hello to everyone, shall we? Hello, Sammy.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm Sammy. I'm Smallish Sam, the very benevolent keeper. And oh man, I can't really go around in any particular order. So I guess we'll just go to Crystal, the one I always default to.
That would be me. Sorry, I'm reading in parallel. I can't multitask today. Hi, I'm Vicky. I'm cutie_V on the Twitterverse. You can find me Thursdays on Encounter Roleplay playing a fun Conan game at the same time as us. And today I am scared because it's just us three. My niece is not there. Ray is not there. This will be interesting, but looking forward to. It was too long.
We all know that I'm not gonna be the one to kill you guys. The one that would be the most likely out of us four would be our lovely Loinel.
Hey, now that's just uncalled for. I'm Mild Engineer. I'm playing Loinel, the friendly neighborhood butcher, he's not a killer. He's just disappointed that he can't make his friends his super special friend food.
Yeah. Just, Okay. Oh, okay. Anyway. Last but certainly not least, hopefully to not tongue-tie me, is our lovely Scott.
Oh, hi everyone. Scott Smith is a character trying to be a good guy, but getting awfully confused by confusion mostly with underage flirting with secret lesbians. I think that sums that up pretty well. It'd be quite interesting this week because I think Scott's had some interaction with Crystal and Lionel, but quite often I'm realizing now that I default, I think, to Talia and Carmen. So this episode should be interesting to see get a bit more interaction between the three of us. What do we know about Scott? We know he's an ex-convict. We know that he's an ex-army personnel. We know there's something strange going on there and that he doesn't remember his childhood. He doesn't remember his alleged daughter, who feels like his daughter but simultaneously doesn't feel like his daughter. And well, yeah, that's about all we know really. Anything else could be a lie.
It's all a lie. And although they're not here, we'll be missing our lovely underage flirter, Talia, played by Anikster. And do you need me to give you a moment, Scrat, or are you good?
No, you
there
carry
we go.
on. I'm just typing.
Okay.
Just
And then, yep. And then our so trying to stay sane, Carmen, our PI, with a brick. I had to remember her handle. Oh man. Anyway, so I believe last week, Scott had some stuff, some visions of some flashes. There we go. That was the word.
All I know is we got a DM from Sammy last week where in another Twitch chat somewhere Kelly was saying the completely normal crew just felt a shiver for some unknown reason.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And
yep, it's fine. It's good. It's all completely normal. Yep. That happened. And I think you'll all see why. I don't know, maybe this week, maybe next week, maybe in the finale, maybe never. But yeah, so Scott went to a carnival, or was flashed to a carnival, and found what may or may not be his daughter / brother-in-law. Who knows what's going on. And after this, he had the great idea of, I need to go talk to a psychologist. And the psychologist was in a session, which was very rudely interrupted. And I can say that without having any repercussions right now. I'm sure Anik will come at me when she watches this. But yeah, and I think you guys were at the butcher trying to call people and failing. When I do remember that Scott got the call that the blood tests were done because they had blood tests. I am so bad at recapping. Why do we let me recap?
You're amazing,
And-
Sammy. I'm enjoying every bit of it.
You decided to do the recap. I'm totally
I know.
fine with listening and seeing if I missed something because I didn't. I stopped taking notes during the game. I have some gaps.
Yeah, this is all from just memory. Like, oh yeah, what did happen last week? And then what was and then that Scott was able to go see the therapist whenever he wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not scared, you're scared.
Yeah, I'm totally scared. Anyway, that is where we shall enter our scene.
So everyone is still around, sort of thing, right?
So everybody's there. Talia is taking a nap. She said she wanted to take like a 20-minute nap, and she is asleep.
Well, that was the doctor. I can head in anytime I want, and
Which doctor?
I hope not a witch doctor.
Oh, they're the brothers. Which
excuse me.
of
Yeah,
the doctors?
yeah. Dr. Smith, the psychiatrist, psychologist. What's the difference between those two, anyway?
Doctor of the mind and doctor of the body?
Yeah, I'm planning to visit the other doctor.
No, I meant the difference between psychology and psychiatry.
One can prescribe, one can't, I believe.
I don't know. I'm gonna go see that one, whichever one of them that they are.
I mean, Talia said we shouldn't, but you know, she doesn't seem. Does she like doctors, Crystal? She doesn't seem to like doctors at all.
She has some problems with the MD doctor type. She has not good experience with the head shrink doctor type.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, what she experienced and I experienced, Scott, you should be definitely careful with dear Dr. Smith. It was really weird where she was. So, body system might be a good thing if you're up to it. Or as I said, you're waiting outside, and if you're not back after how long ever you want to set the time, we'll try to get you.
Alright, well, I mean, I agree to the buddy system, but I don't want you all to have to wait around on me.
I wanted to talk to the other doc anyhow, because the results are in from our blood test.
Okay.
Yeah, and don't see much need to stay around here. The shop tends to be pretty safe, I think.
Alright, cool. Let's head to the doctor's then, I guess.
And I think at this moment, Carmen goes, "Oh, should we really wake Talia? I feel like she kind of needed her sleep."
Yeah, you're probably right.
Maybe
Also,
you want to keep watch?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
shouldn't leave her alone.
Yeah, I think in the spirit of the buddy system, I mean, she's gonna get really mad at you, Crystal, but she probably will get mad at you if you wake her too.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm just bad about this thing, so don't worry about it.
yeah, I think I'll stay here. I might grab a nap too, but we'll keep watch. I'll lock up. I'm gonna lock up the shop too, so that nothing weird happens. So make sure you take a key, Lionel.
Yeah. Don't let her play with the spices. Last time we did, I don't want another one of those things coming up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right. I will. I'll keep an eye on that for you.
Okay.
Yeah, she goes and sits down.
Let's go.
So, like, as we're walking and talking, Crystal, you said you had a bad experience with the Dr. Smith.
Well, I went in after Talia, and I was in exactly the room she described. A black nothing, where out of thin air, the chair appeared as the nice doctor wanted to offer me space to talk about my issues, obviously. So it was weird. Let's say it like that. We could leave, so he didn't keep us there, but it was weird, as everything around here is, to be honest.
Okay, well.
So keep an eye open, or maybe carefully open the door and see how it looks inside.
Okay, be careful how it looks inside. Think I should go armed?
If you feel safer, maybe. Just remember, at least we didn't have to stay there. The moment we said we will leave, he said, okay. Because in the beginning there was no door after I stepped in. It was a completely black room, no door, nothing. So...
I won't take a firearm. I'm pretty good with my hands if needs be.
With all the strange things that have been happening, it's probably best to just leave if anything looks off.
I don't think a weapon will help. At least so far, it didn't really.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
So, yelling might be helping. Not sure who can hear.
Alright, if I'm in trouble, holler. Got it.
And we will keep an eye on the other dog, because maybe we can make him get you out if we need to.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay. The usual question, Sammy. How's the weather? Is it raining? Is it daylight? Is it dark?
Yeah, so it's getting towards evening.
Okay.
But it's the weather's fair, nothing out of the ordinary.
And we still don't have our phones.
Nope, your phones are still nowhere to be found.
Okay. Was worth a try asking.
And I think this is a good time. Can you all make me a listen check?
Okay.
Why do I have such fear? Like, Sammy says, can you make me? And I'm like, what? What do you want from us, Sammy? What?
I know that is a role I don't want to make. I don't want to win that. I don't want to. And I'm doing it. Gosh darn it.
Oh.
Why am I the only one making it? What do I hear?
Nothing. You're good.
Okay.
Good. No.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to use luck for this or not. Sure, it's just 6 luck. Why not?
Okay.
I'll hear
Good
it.
to know. Good to know. You guys get into the doctor's office.
Yep.
And you open the door, and there stands which one? Sorry. Oh, MD called you. Yeah, so Dr. Smith,
Mhm.
MD, is standing there, waiting. And he just says, "Oh, Crystal, you're here. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So I got the lab tests back, and there's nothing wrong. You guys are a little iron. Some of you are a little iron deficient, but other than that, I'm sure Lionel could help with that."
Yeah, iron deficient. Come on, y'all.
Could I just have a look at the results you got, just to be curious?
Oh, yeah, no problem. And he gives you the like raw results that show like every test they ran and what the like numbers were. And everybody seemed like fairly normal. Actually, if you want to make me a medicine check, that'd be, or Yeah, you have met, or pathology would also work.
Then pathology. Right, success.
Why are you not auto-scrolling? Thank you. Thank you for calling out that it was a hard success. Yeah, so everybody's blood tests look like the results, the numbers are almost the same. Like it's too close. It's not all like the exact same number, but you would expect more variation.
Is the doc still standing?
Yeah, he's still standing there.
Just on first look, not to seem to be rude, but are you sure you didn't mix up some blood samples? Because the values are too similar. They shouldn't be like that.
No, I ran them one at a time. I mean, I didn't notice that. I kind of just ran it, looked to see if there were any abnormalities from person to or within each person. I ran all the tests, then went to the next person and ran all the tests. I did that for the very reason that I didn't want to mix up anything.
Then something weird is still wrong, but just flipping through the papers, so I see nothing like poison, toxic, anything.
Nope.
Well, I will just take a few minutes and have a quiet look through all of it, just to be sure and safe and sound. Doc, you said your brother has time for our friend Scott?
Yeah. You can just walk in, and he's pretty sure he should be in there. He might be in the back office, behind, but
all right.
Yeah, let me go fetch him. And
and there wasn't anything weird about my blood or anything?
No.
The only weird thing that our blood stats are almost the same, which they shouldn't, but there's nothing showing that we were poisoned or drugged or anything.
Oh, cool.
I'm not sure if it's cool, and I'm still weirded out by the stats in general.
Is there supposed to be something weird about your blood, Scott?
Not particularly, I just always wondered.
Your stats look good and healthy.
Can I do a psychology check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh god, you know everything.
So you can tell that Scott is surprised, but it seems genuine surprise, and like not like, oh, there should be something wrong, but like, oh, cool. Like the expression on his face could literally be summed up by the sentence, oh, huh, so they didn't mess with my blood.
Cool. Had to know that wasn't a red herring.
All right, well, I'll just. Did you say you were gonna go, or should I just? Maybe I should just not.
Yeah. I'll go back. He's probably in the back anyway. It'd be weird if he was just sitting there, right? Yeah. Let me go back, and he goes back and comes out shortly after with the other Dr. Smith, PhD Dr. Smith. And Scott, you wanted to talk?
Yes, sir. If you got the time, I'd like to have a session.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Come in. right this way. And he guides you into his office.
We'll be right out here if you need anything, Scott.
Yep, we'll wait here for you.
Alright, thank you.
And as you enter, he closes the door behind you, leaves it unlocked, and oh, sorry, my dog's dreaming, and he started doing these little barks, and I don't know if you guys could hear, but I just heard him.
Tiny bit, but no worries.
So, the first thing, as soon as we get in the door, like, Scott's gonna, like, look around. Does this look like a normal therapist room?
Yeah, there's there's a couch on one side, and, like, the normal, like, books, you know, like DSM 6, 7, I don't know which one they're on. I'm like, oh, some, like, couples therapy book, and, like, right, just those, like, self-help books, but the more legitimate ones that therapists use and have you read. Has a bunch of those on the shelf. And then he has 2 other, like, chairs on the opposite side. And then on the last wall is, like, a desk, essentially. And he says, come, take a seat wherever you want.
Yeah, sure. Actually, Doctor, would it be okay if you did lock the door?
Oh, yeah,
Feel-
no problem.
You know.
And so as he goes, both Crystal and Loinel, you hear the very distinct click of a lock. And he
Turn to MD Smith. Is it normal that he's locked in with his patients?
not normally. He I mean, there's a couple people who I think have asked for it, but other than that, he doesn't normally lock it.
Okay.
I think that actually really the only person that I can think of that I know off the top of my head is the one guy that Talia broke into the office when he was with, you know, and other than that, I don't really know. I don't know.
Okay.
But you know, the back door is always unlocked. I can always get in from behind.
That is good to know, just in case.
Yeah.
I was always curious, Doc. Do you tend to have a lot of? Does your brother have a lot of patients? Like, is he sought out quite a bit around here?
It depends. Sometimes it kind of like comes and goes. So it's either like dead or he's really busy and booked all the time. It kind of comes in waves.
I always thought that it was one of those steady kind of things, you know?
Yeah, you would think so, right? But I don't know. That's kind of just the way it's always been around here. And at this time, we will pan back over to Scott and PhD Smith. And he says, "Yeah. So, what did you wanna talk about? Have a seat, Scott. Wherever you want."
Thank you. Scott would be quite selective about his seat. He'd try and pick a space that preferably has its back to a corner so that he can see all the windows and doors. I don't even know if he knows that he does it, but he definitely does. It's one of his
Right. So I would assume that he would probably choose the chair, because there's the 2 chairs, and one's it's facing kind of towards the back is towards the corner of the wall. And so he's directly looking at one door, and out of his peripherals, he could see the other door. I don't know if you can understand what.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And so, yeah, so as you sit there, Dr. Smith comes behind me, kind of grabs his clipboard, and he sits on the couch and kind of puts his legs up on the couch and like crisscross applesauce. And just, you know, like, yeah, what's going on?
Doc, I can't remember, Doc. Did I send you my file or not?
You didn't. No, you didn't. But no, I think we only have like some of your medical stuff. No, you haven't sent me anything.
All right. Okay.
Do I need to make a call? I know my brother did.
No. Usually, I was in the army, and I was special training, experimental stuff. When they do stuff with me physically, they have to check it in. But I think usually, you know, I can seek therapy. Okay, they're usually pretty good about that, to be honest.
Now, when you say when you say experimental stuff, do you mean like Captain America? And as soon as he says that, can you make me a psychology roll? Actually, yeah, can you make me a psychology roll?
That is a hard fail.
Yeah. You are transported to, you get another one of those flashes, to you sitting on the bed, having just said experimental stuff, and sitting next to you on the bed is a young Ellis that says, "Do you mean like Captain America?"
Hang on, I don't remember this.
And then you're transported back. You're now back into the room.
I'm really sorry. We've got a new
Dr.
version of
Smith.
Zoom. We've got a new version of Zoom, and sometimes the audio seems to break up on this version, although it hasn't crashed on us yet, which is an improvement. But I would ask you to repeat that, please, Sammy.
Okay. Yeah, so at that moment you're transported back and you're back into the room with Dr. Smith.
See, now this is the thing. I'm not even sure. In some ways, I wish I had sent you my file just so that we could get something concrete with some kind of evidence, because I'm really struggling with my memory.
Oh, you are. Tell me more about that. What has been happening?
I've got all these memories. Experimental training. Not Captain America, but close as. And getting discharged from the army and put straight in jail. Lots of years of solitary confinement.
And how did these years of solitary confinement, how has it affected you? Do you feel like more drawn to people or less?
I like being around people.
Okay.
It's weird. I think the word is... No, that's not it. Like ambivalent, but worse. Like, you know... It made me despise being cooped up, locked up, in a place that I can't get out of.
Right.
But at the same time... I kind of found a degree of safety, I guess. You know.
I can imagine. You know, I'm sure after all those years and everything the military did to you, you kind of learn that the only person you can rely on is yourself, right?
You could say that. I'm very self-reliant. I know how to keep myself entertained.
I don't think that's what we're talking about here, Scott.
I don't follow.
Never mind. Just tell me, you know, so you had all this experimental training, you were in solitary confinement. What about after?
What I say to you is confidential, right?
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't. Nobody knows. There's laws about that.
All right, cool. When it was a weird one. I sort of got. God, I don't even know if my memory's right. It was an old friend from training that got me out of the pen. Work for the government these days. Taking contracts on dangerous individuals. That's how I both got out of prison and started my current job of work. Hunting bounties on dangerous individuals. Lots of travel. Lots of time alone, but without the being cooped up.
Right.
But now, like, there's been some weird things going on in this town. Weird things.
What type of weird things?
Like, the buildings keep moving around. Like, they don't stay where they were. And there's a fire, but then there's not a fire. And we went into a house, and the house was there. And then I walked around the house, and I found things that I'm familiar with. I don't have the purse anymore, but I found a purse that, like, seems real familiar. But, you know, like there's no details. You find the driving license and the name and picture. They're blurred out. And then the house is on fire. And then there's this little girl called Ellis, and I'm damn sure that she's my daughter, but I've never had any time for a woman in my life. I don't think I adopted.
I see. Would you ever... Do you think you would ever settle down?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think you're expected to settle down?
I don't know. I do know that recently there's been two people who have shown interest. One more flagrantly than the other. You know, really laying it on thick, if you know what I mean. It was honestly difficult to handle. But it turns out that she isn't, in fact, interested in men, and I guess I was kind of a fun distraction from her own issues.
How do you feel?
Well,
after that.
I mean, there's another layer to it as well. It also turns out that she was lying about her age, and she was also underage. So I've got all sorts of feelings. Because at one time I thought I felt like I liked her, and then, I thought maybe that could be awkward, and then it turns out that I've learned that she's underage, and I'm like, oh well, hell, now I feel real guilty about the feelings that I'm feeling, and I've got to try and make things right, and then when I'm trying to make things right, the carpet gets pulled right from under me. Turns out that she ain't even interested in men, she's just playing a game. I guess it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost like you were being used. For her own entertainment.
Guess you could say that, yeah.
Was this girl? Would you consider her to be troubled?
By whose standards?
Your own.
Hell no. She just likes doing witchy spiritual stuff and getting in trouble. That's nothing too bad. She's not killing anyone.
Is that your standard for somebody being troubled?
I think it puts a lots of things in perspective.
Okay. Good to know. So you said there were 2 people. What about this second person?
Oh, that's almost nothing. She's just real nice to me.
Are you not used to people being real nice to you?
Like, crosses his arms, looks uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't know. What kind of question is that? Am I used to people being nice to me?
It's just a question.
I'm thinking. I mean, I've always had food and somewhere to sleep. I guess I'm not used to it, no. I don't really have much human interaction still. I get my missions via letter, telegram, or dead drop. Generally, the people that I hunt are high-profile criminals. At least I hope they are. That's why I was in solitary confinement most of the time. Why does everyone want to test you, you know? Why does everyone want to push things? And that's the nice thing about this group I'm with now. I've never been with a group before, but they don't ask too many questions. Sometimes they do, but they don't voice them. Like with the eyes, when you say something like, "Oh, my blood's normal, great," and then they sort of give you that side eye, like, "Oh, what's that about?" But they don't ask questions.
I see.
They just sort of
Do you
accept
trust
and go on.
Oh. Nope, go on, keep going.
I guess they just sort of accept that I'm looking out for 'em. One of them said that I was the one that was keeping them, like keeping them all together, keeping them all on the straight and narrow, and well, that threw me right through a loop.
In a good way or in a bad way?
I mean, I guess it felt good.
You're a good guy, Scott. How does it feel when I tell you that? Do you believe me?
I hunt and kill people for a living.
But I thought you said that you hunt and kill bad people for a living.
That makes it better. Still people.
If it wasn't you, wouldn't it just be somebody else? And aren't you stopping these bad people from hurting more people?
See, this is the problem. Of all these superhero movies and everything out there, people think that catching criminals, you put on a pair of tights and suddenly everyone looks up to you and you just put people behind bars and that's the end of it and milkshakes all around. It's not a reality. Most of the time you're covered in mud and shit. And most of the time you take them out when they're not doing something particularly bad. Best time to kill a person's when they're relaxed. I don't see it coming. It's not like, you know, I've seen one movie, I can't remember what it was called, I can't remember what it was called, but like, you know, like the bad guys like running to do this bad thing and the hero's trying to stop them and, you know, they end up killing the bad guy and everyone's like, oh, they shouldn't have killed him, but at least he was doing this bad thing, you know.
Do you mind repeating that, Scrat? It like jumped when, yeah.
So
it was just that ending, the bad guy, and then.
Yeah, so like, you know, they end up like killing the bad guy, but the bad guy was doing this super bad thing where he was destroying the city and oh no, the bad guy died, but hey, he's still a hero. Look at all the people he saved. It's right there, you know, they pre-package it so you can see the start to finish right there. It's not like reality where, like, you know, yeah, this guy's a high-profile terrorist. He could bomb a place next month and kill I don't know how many people, but right now he's just sitting outside his shack drawing water. He ain't doing anything evil right now. Not a reality. That's all I'm saying.
And you get another flash in this moment. And Ellis is a little bit older. And you feel that you are likely also a little older. And you're crying and she's sitting next to you and has her hand on your shoulder. And she says, Dad, it's okay. We all know life isn't clean cut. You did what you thought was best. And it might not have been like the movies where it's very clearly black and white, good and evil. But life isn't black and white, is it, Dad? I mean, that's what you told me when I started getting into trouble. You know, when Well, you know, Tad. And then you're back in the, as soon as that happens, you're back in the room with the therapist.
Damn it! It just happened again. Like I just literally, I'm sitting right here, and I just had some sort of weird vision where I'm sitting and she calls me dad. It's my daughter. Okay, it is. Okay, I was just there, and it's like she's giving me therapy. Like she's answering the questions that you're asking me to answer, and she's answering back.
I'm sorry, Scott. You haven't seemed to move from here. I haven't seen.
Damn it! I know that. I mean, it was like a memory, but real. You ever had like a dream so good you thought it was real?
Yeah. Yes, I can't pull a straight face with that scrap.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize until I started saying it that I was paraphrasing very closely.
Yeah, you know, I've had those, I think that happens a lot. You know, our dreams are ways of processing information. I mean, have you been getting a lot of sleep? Maybe your brain's just trying to process information.
I'll make sure I get enough sleep.
Okay.
I at least get 6 REM cycles in a week.
I don't think that's what's considered enough sleep.
It's enough.
Okay.
I don't have any caffeine.
That's good.
They trained us real hard.
Yeah. You're used to living on little sleep is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And being exhausted. Did this ever happen when you were in the military?
Yeah, they were like testing drugs to help with exhaustion and that sort of stuff, and keep some, you know, amongst other things. One of the things was, you know, low energy or low sleep energy, something like that, you know. I didn't really understand the tests, to be honest.
Did you get these flashbacks? Or flashes or dreams or I don't.
Well, this is the thing. I don't get any flashbacks to things that I actually remember. I just get flashbacks to things that I don't remember.
Do you feel younger? Do you feel like these are past moments?
No, not really. I rarely feel much older, to be honest. I still feel the same now as I did when I was 20. I mean, saying that, that's only 4 years, but I don't feel like I've aged any. In fact, I don't feel much like I've aged since I was a teenager. I think I was one of them fast developers, you know? I just developed quick and then...
Ah. You peaked early is what you're saying.
Bit rude, doctor.
Well, you know, I figured I'd throw some humor into here.
So what should I do?
I honestly think you need some sleep, and I'm not here to tell you what to do, Scott. I'm just here to help you process things.
I know that.
Yep. It's everybody's least favorite part of therapy. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? It's been about 45 minutes.
Shit. No, I think I got everything off my chest that's worrying me.
Okay, well, if you need to ever come back, I'm here for you, Scott.
Do you know who Ellis is?
Yeah. She's a little girl she's a little troubled, but, she's a good kid.
That's her. That's the one that I remember being my daughter.
Well,
You related to her at all?
it's a difficult question to answer.
How do you mean?
Oh. We're not here to talk about me, Scott.
Yes, guess you're right. It's just, what with you having the name Smith and me having the name Smith, and I guess that means Ellis has the name Smith. What with us all being Smiths.
Yeah, I figured you already knew that. Yeah, Ellis Smith.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my head straight, and I wondered if maybe we were related or something.
Therapists aren't allowed to see their relatives. This is also not a normal session, is it?
I'm not sure if you're answering my question right now or avoiding it. Suppose it don't matter.
No. Well, have a good rest of your day, Mr. Scott.
Scott will stand, walk to the locked door.
You can go. And as you turn to walk, he kind of gets up and kind of pats you on the back.
Thank you for your time, Doctor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Just remember what I said. You're a good guy, Scott. And as he pats your back, you get a bunch of flashes of different times of Ellis through different stages of her life, saying, "You're a good guy, Dad." And it's probably, 20, 30 flashes. Just that one phrase in different scenarios. You and her on the bed. You and her in the car after you've had a breakdown. You and her after a door has closed and somebody close to you has left. You and her at the movie theater. And you're back in the room.
I sigh. Unlock the door and leave.
Okay. You unlock it and out steps Scott, probably looking a little uneasy. And probably needing to make a sanity check.
And Crystal probably has to do a quick stealth moving away from the door check, because I'm quite sure meanwhile she would have been on the door, ear, just like
okay.
trying to listen.
Yeah, do you want to make me a psychology check?
Yep. Nope.
I was going to have this, but Scott, please do take 1 point of sanity damage.
Why, thank
because
you.
I can have one. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so the whole time you were hearing muffled just muffled noises. It's probably a heavier door than normal for this purpose. Also, do you want to make me like a dexterity roll?
Let's try it. Oh god, Scott will kill her. No, I'm not spending 40 luck on that. Forget it.
So, Scott, as you step out, you kind of like Crystal kind of trips, and you kind of guess she was tripping away from from the door.
Sort of looks at Crystal.
How are you doing? How was the session?
That's kind of disappointing, Crystal.
I was worried. I'm worried.
I'm sure she was just worried because what happened to Talia, Scott. I mean,
It was fine. It was a normal session.
And I promise I didn't hear anything, which is not a lie. But I guess you didn't have a black void thing?
No, I've been having a bunch of weird flashbacks to a daughter I don't remember.
What did the doc say? Does he have any idea
Sorry, could
Why?
you repeat that?
what to do? Did the doc say anything what you should do?
No, they never do in them sort of therapy sessions. They just listen and get you to open up about things, and then you're supposed to feel better, I think. They never really give you any advice. I reckon they think that once you've just sort of like explored your feelings a little bit, you'll have a better idea of what to do. I guess.
you feeling all right after that?
Hell if I know. Told me to get some sleep.
Well, you didn't have sleep for a while.
It's not bad advice, honestly.
It's worth a try. Can't get worse, can it?
Yeah, I suppose. We can sleep sometime.
So, blood results didn't help. The visit to the...
I am honestly surprised that my blood came back normal. They did a lot of drugs testing and blood doping tests and all sorts of weird shit to me back in the army.
Maybe it washed out of the system. I don't know how long ago it was. They didn't seem to do anything that stuck, at least. Really depends on how long you were off.
I still feel stronger than the average person. I still feel like I can stay awake for days without needing sleep. That's what they were testing the drugs for.
Whatever it is, it's nothing that we found with the usual check, or the dog made a mistake.
Could be my blood's just normal. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work that way. I don't pretend to understand how it all works.
There would be probably more tests if you want to really know, but not sure if this is the right place for this.
No, nothing wrong with feeling strong. Usually that's a good thing.
It's alright if we walk and talk. It's not that I could just use the pacing, you know. We don't have to walk anywhere in particular, just sort of looks around at the doctor's surgery. You know, it's time to go.
Is the door to the psychiatrist or psychologist still open?
You psychologist, psychiatrist, you could call it either one. No, he probably closed the door after Scott left. It is unlocked though, or you didn't hear a lock, I should say.
Oh well, he's still in there.
Would Scott see you looking at the psychiatrist door?
Yeah, not hiding it.
I think he's free for the rest of the day, he said on the phone, if you want to head in, Lionel.
No.
We can wait if you want to.
Hey, I'll just pace around outside.
I usually make an appointment for this kind of thing, but I mean, do y'all think we could find something out about this?
I don't think he can help us with whatever's happening at the moment, but if you feel better, go for a talk with him.
No. I guess it can't hurt. I mean, everyone else seems to be getting some sort of flashes that might give us some sort of explanation of what's going on.
You don't have to make excuses to seek therapy, Lionel. You're entitled to it.
No, I don't need no excuse. I'm normally pretty fine. Everybody likes me.
I
You
mean,
just lost one of your best friends, and you had also all these weird things going on that we went through. It would be totally okay if you're not fine.
I can only have respect for someone who takes time to look after themselves. And that's exactly what therapy is. It's just self-care.
No. I guess it can't hurt. Guess I can see if he's in. So knock on the door.
And as you knock on the door, you hear, yes, give me a moment. A little bit later, like 10-15 seconds later, the door opens and it's PhD, Dr. Scott. And says, yes, can I help you? Why not?
Dr. Smith, Scott here said you were free for the rest of the day. I was wondering by any chance if you could squeeze me in.
Yeah, it's been pretty dead here, so yeah, if you want to come in, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Perfect. Come sit down. And he gestures you in. And he looks at you, Crystal, and says, are you gonna be next? Are you waiting for me also?
No, I will just wait for him and then we will leave. Thank you. I am fine. I don't need to talk. She would just sit in, like, I think there were like 2 or 3 chairs in she would just sit and start again to look through the results that she by now probably can.
She has memorized.
Yeah, she memorized them.
Okay. Okay, cool. So he closes the door and he says, you're welcome to sit wherever you want.
Do people usually lay down? I know that's what it always looks like on TV, but I don't really not laying down tonight.
You can do whatever you are most comfortable with. Some people lay down on the couch, some people sit on the couch, some people sit in the chairs. This is a safe space, so whatever makes you feel the most comfortable is what you are free to do.
I think I'll just sit on the couch.
Okay. And he, as you sit on the couch, he goes to one of the opposite chairs and sits on it, and grabs his clipboard and says, "So what can I What can I help you with? What's going on, Lionel?
I don't know. When everyone outside was saying, we've been going through a lot. So it's maybe a good idea to talk it out and whatnot, especially with like all that's happened to Mark and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about everything that's been going on?
Honestly, not quite sure how to wrap my head around it. I mean, and I've known Mark like almost all my life, and now he's gone. But then people also saying that I ain't been around here all my life, and I'm like, but I know I've been. And especially hard to hear when you lose your best friend, you know?
Yeah. And at this moment, both Lionel and Crystal would hear a loud thunderclap, rendering Crystal momentarily deaf. And
Okay.
the doctor, seemingly unfazed, just says, "Yeah, you and Mark were friends for a while. Pretty much all your lives, right?"
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
And I was surprised that you didn't come here after his death. Are you doing okay?
I mean, it's only been a couple days, right? Don't people normally process this before they go in?
I mean, I'm also here to help you process through it.
Well, I mean, the worst part for me is this all seemed to happen after I ate some of my food, but it makes me feel partially responsible for it, I mean, I ain't never done nothing wrong with food before. Everything I've done's been above board, so I don't know. I don't know how this could have happened.
Well, I mean, your food has never harmed someone before, has it?
No, I mean, there's been people who told me they don't like my food. And there are certain recipes people don't seem to like, but...
You mean your blood recipes?
Oh,
That's
those, those are my special recipes, Doctor. Well, they're only for my best of friends. You know that.
I know. We'll get back to that another day. But, well, if it hasn't harmed anybody before, maybe your meat was just a medium, just the carrier, the messenger, essentially. It had nothing to do with you. Could have very well been somebody else's meat, except we don't have anybody else's meat here, do we? Right? I think yours is the only meat in town, isn't it?
I should hope so. I mean, it's not like there's any other sources, right?
Not that I know of. So, Why would somebody use your meat
I mean,
to kill Mark?
see, that would mean that somebody doesn't like me out there, and that's just not possible, Doc. Everybody likes me.
I mean, wasn't there that one girl you were having trouble with? What was her name?
Who, Alice?
Yeah.
Oh no, she likes me. She just don't know it yet.
Okay.
No, she didn't. No. What? How old is Ellis, Doctor? At this point.
I mean, how old are you?
I mean, I'm like 28.
So, you're 28. That'd probably make her about 18, 19 years old, wouldn't it?
I guess you're right. Why wouldn't she like me? I mean...
Oh. Well, now we've talked about this. You're 10 years older than her. There are laws against this type of stuff. Yeah. It's legal now, but come on.
Now, you know I wouldn't do anything illegal. It's not illegal to court anyone anyway. As long as you don't do nothing.
Right. Do you think she might have been the one to do this? Do you think she might be sending you a message?
I mean, it's possible, but I don't even know what kind of message that would be.
At this moment, you also get a flash, and it's a dark, rainy evening out by a lamppost, and you're there, and under this light is Mark choking and grabbing his neck. And you hear in the background ambulance sirens. And you're just standing over him, terrified. And you drop to your knees and reassure him with some sort of way of saying, like, it's okay. Help is on the way. Stay with me, Mark. And in the background, you see a flash, right? Lightning flash, and in the background you see a shadow walking away. And you hear a voice saying, I told you guys to leave me alone. I'm getting real scared now. And you're back in the therapist's office. And he says, where'd you go there, Lionel?
I was thinking about Mark again. No. I just don't see why someone would poison someone. I mean, that seems kind of drastic, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. If somebody was trying to poison you, or I'm sorry, someone was trying to poison Mark. Don't you think that maybe they were trying to send you a drastic message?
Well, I mean, definitely sent one to Mark.
Yeah, I don't think Mark can do anything about that anymore.
If you were me, Doctor, how would you do things differently?
I mean, for one, the doctor's voice changes into Alice's voice, and she says, "I would leave me alone." And then it goes back and it says, do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear you, but what if it's just not possible? I mean, sometimes you know what you know, and you just gotta follow through.
What do you know? Why not?
Well, I know that people like me in town for some reason. They like to tell me some of the things about them. And I know that sometimes when you love someone, you do what you gotta do to get them.
I don't think that's the way that love works.
Well, depends on who you ask. I mean, everything around me tells you gotta do what you gotta do for love.
I think we've talked about changing this type of thinking before, haven't we, Lorna?
I mean, if we have, I don't remember that one bit.
You never seem to remember it, do you?
I only remember the important things, Doc.
Yeah, you do. I might get you in some trouble someday, Lorna. Just, might
Well.
get you killed.
Oh, Doc. Sometimes you make sacrifices for love.
As long as you know that. And I think at this moment you would feel the I think it was in your back, wasn't it? The knives. Essentially you'd feel that sharp pain, like you're being stabbed in the back. And again and again. And it gets, you feel all that pain.
We've about done here, Doc.
We're done whenever you say we're done. And you notice that, as you move around, kind of in your uncomfortable state, you're not bleeding. You just feel that pain.
Yeah, I guess that's what I think I'm ready to head out, Doc.
Okay. Just be careful out there, Lionel. I know you have your issues, but I just don't want to see anything bad happen to you.
There's one thing I know, Doc. Is there are no wrong answers when it comes to love.
See, as you say that, he gets up, opens the door, and says, "Take care of yourself, Lionel."
I'll try.
And he lets you out. And as he closes the door and you step out into the hall, you see a very restless Crystal just pacing up and down and kind of going in between like your door and kind of stopping when she gets in the gets kind of what is it, like kind of close, and then like goes back, kind of goes to the outside door, and you can see standing outside is Scott, kind of looking disappointed. He's not mad, just disappointed.
You doing all right there, Crystal?
I just been worried. I heard loud noise.
I heard that too. I was
Still have a bit of ringing in my ear. No idea what it was.
Did you hear that, Scott?
Sorry, I missed that whole speech bit because of the audio issue.
You were talking about the loud sound that Lionel and I heard, and asking if Scott heard it as well.
Scott had stepped out, so if he's coming back in...
Yeah, Scott hadn't had... This was that thunder crack, right, that you guys are talking about, that only Lionel and Crystal heard. Rendering Crystal deaf momentarily.
Still have a ringing.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
I hope that was good for you, Lionel. Yours was a bit shorter than mine.
Yeah, well, apparently I've had a couple refresher sessions before, so...
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's always good to keep, like I said, respect for...
Yeah, maybe I just forgotten all the stress of the things, you know? You know, things just slip your mind sometimes. I mean, the only worrisome thing is it sounds like someone might have been actually trying to kill Mark. Trying to send some sort of weird message.
Well, if they think it was a murder, isn't there a police investigation?
I mean, I'd hope so, if it was a poisoning.
Why don't we just head over to the station and see what they got? See if they'll share any of it.
Did they say anything about that when you went to the hospital, Crystal?
He wasn't poisoned when I found him, right? He was
poisoned. You saved
I
him.
saved him, and then
Then he was suffocated.
Well, when I was there, they were checking on what happened. That's why I was called. But remember, he was poisoned, but I saved him. So, yeah, and then he got... I guess they are working on it. But without many leads, it will be hard for them to find anything. But it's weird that we can't see anyone looking, asking questions, asking us, or even you're his friend.
Yeah, it is kind of strange.
Didn't we even call up the sheriff at one point?
By accident, yes. I tried to call home, and I had the deputy sheriff, I think, on the phone.
I mean, the station's out of town, though, isn't it? So...
As far as I understood, yes. There's just a deputy around. And since phones doesn't seem to work, at least not for me, I have no idea how to contact the officials. Crystal will be still pacing. She is not really standing still, which is quite unusual. So far, she's been quite calm the whole time. So, what are we doing now? Back to the others?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
You're okay? If anyone wants to check on anything else?
We could try and find that deputy. I'm pretty sure I won't get us very far considering everything, but yeah, going back to the shop seems to be a pretty good bet.
If I may for a
You
second,
can also check.
Crystal, thank you for informing me and putting me right on Talia. And I'm sorry that I got myself in that mess in the first place. I didn't mean to come between you two or anything or do things, you know.
All good.
I just wanted to follow up the therapy with that.
I'm sorry, I tried to listen in. I shouldn't have. Still, I didn't hear anything, so whatever you talked inside.
There's nothing exciting there, don't worry.
I'm just trying to make sense out of all of this. And usually, with all the facts, you can make sense of everything. This is not working. We are missing information, and I have no idea how we can get it. Sammy, would we know where the deputy would be? Is he in completely normal?
No,
She. I'm
he.
sorry.
Oh,
Was-
she,
no,
the,
she.
the deputy.
The sheriff.
Sorry, the deputy is a he. The sheriff is a she. There we go. I know. I confused myself as well, but there's reasons for that. The deputy and the sheriff are both at the sheriff's station, which is out of town.
Okay.
You did see it when you went, or you didn't see it, but you know you passed it when you went to the hospital. And that's kind of all you know. You could talk. Go ahead. I'll wait to make you guys roll.
Okay. The deputy is out of reach, I guess, because leaving the town is not really working. So, ice cream or back to the others?
I mean, ice cream's where we last saw Ellis and what was she calling herself? Alba, yeah. The one that ain't got no parents. I mean, it could be there again. They seem to like ice cream.
I think they'll turn up wherever we go.
Then let's get some ice cream. Maybe Talia will not hate me as much that I left her back alone again.
I'm good for ice cream, but I'll come along.
Can you all either make me a psychology or a spot hidden check?
So one's better than the other. The question is, do I want to make this check?
Why on earth does Lionel have such a high psychology value? What the?
Why do you think everyone in the town likes him?
Why do you think he was so good at the therapy? So, Lionel, you kind of get that, like, your hair raised type, or the hair on the back of your neck raised type of feeling. As if somebody's there following you. It almost like it feels like somebody's watching you. And Crystal, you see, like, as you're going to like turn to talk to one of them, out of the corner of your eye, you kind of see somebody back there. A smaller, childlike person. And if you go to like actually look, right, they're not there anymore.
I will stare into the direction where I saw the person. Just stop walking, staring, and looking around, trying if I can see. I suspect her.
As you kind of stop, after a couple seconds, like 10 or so seconds, you see a head pop out, and it's Alba's head, and she pops out. She pops out from like behind one of the buildings, and it tries to immediately like go back, like, oh shoot, she saw me. Like tries to make it look like she wasn't there, but you definitely saw her. Right? It's like, you know, kids who they think that they're hiding, and like half of their like head is sticking out still.
I'll turn around and start walking again.
Okay. And as you start walking, you can kind of hear the pitter patter of feet following you.
And while we're basically facing away from her, I will just whisper to the others, Alba's following us.
Should we wait till we get to the ice cream shop, or?
I would say. Except you wanna turn around and talk to her now? I don't know why she's following us.
Nah, I say we wait till we get to the shop. Do you think, Scott?
Yeah. Scott, did you ever see Alba in your flashbacks with Ellis?
Nah, never Alba. Often Ellis. Always appears like my daughter.
This is so messed up.
How old do I look to you? To the pair of you?
That can always be a bad guess, but I would say mid-20s.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I hope I'm not making you too old.
Nah, people usually guess young, but I guess I gotta age at some point.
Mid-20 is so young.
I mean, age is just a number, right?
It's how you feel, right? And how you behave. Let's get ice cream.
Exactly.
Towards the ice cream.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, towards the ice cream.
Is the store still where it was the last time?
Yeah, so you guys find the ice cream shop, and the entire time, Crystal, you hear, you know that Alba is still following you guys. And you enter the ice cream shop, and as you enter in, the ice cream man, I don't remember any of the names, so he's the ice cream man, unless somebody tells me otherwise. His face lights up as soon as he sees Crystal, and he's like, "Oh, you're back! Did you come to get some more ice cream?"
Yes, please. For my niece and for a friend.
Oh, you're getting ice cream to go?
If possible. The way is not far, so if you just have like...
Yeah, we have pints.
Yep, that would... Oh, a pint?
We have pints and gallons. Pint is like an individual serving. Gallon is like your regular ice cream.
I think. Thank you, Ken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you,
thank you,
Ken.
Ken.
Whose messages sometimes I want to platonically make out with the entire cast of the Academy, but I could just resub instead.
I think if I could just have, like, do you have also cups? Not only the waffles, but also maybe cups, because
Yeah, I could get you that and put it in a lid for you.
that would be lovely.
How many scoops do you want and of what flavor? We have all the flavors.
Oh God, now I need to pick flavors for my niece, which will be all wrong.
By the way, when he says we have all the flavors,
I
he
know.
looks at. Oh, okay. He looks at Loinel.
Just at least for my niece, just surprise me. 3 scoops
Perfect.
of something that goes together, and I would love to have 3 scoops of chocolate.
Okay, sounds good. And he gets up 3 scoops of. You don't know what flavors, but 3 scoops something, and they're all named like it's less sexual, but it's almost they're all named by like how makeup is named, which is that, and so you don't know what it is. It's like one's like Cloud9 and one's whatever, and then he gets you 3 scoops of chocolate. And anything else?
At Scott and Lionel, do you guys want some?
I'll take a scoop of y'all got blood orange. I'll take some of that.
Yeah, we got the bloody orange for you.
Sure. And one of whatever the little one there wants.
And then you just see Alba go. Here we go. Oh shoot.
She will hold up, or Crystal would take the chocolate one that is already ready and just holding it back like, Alba got you some chocolate.
Oh, thank you, Crystal. You know I always liked you. Thank you. And she hurriedly eats it, and it's all over her face and her hands and in her hair, and typical kid eating ice cream.
Scott, anything for you?
No, I'm okay, thanks. I don't much fancy ice cream at the minute.
Okay. And I would like
like a beer or something.
Beer'd go down real well, actually.
Perfect. And he goes over to what you thought was like a normal soda fountain, or what you would have expected, which is actually a beer tap. And he pours
that ice cream store.
I didn't know they served beers at ice cream parlors.
Yeah, you've never had an alcoholic ice cream? Oh, it's all the rage.
I mean, I've heard of rum and raisin.
Oh yeah, no, we got like Sam doesn't know. I know this exists. I know I've been to places. I don't know what goes together. I don't drink enough to know what goes together.
But I have heard people doing what they call what was it? A chocolate stout float, something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy things y'all get up to. No ice cream for me. Just what is that like?
Okay.
Bud Light, Coors Light. What is it?
Oh, we have many flavors. Do you like stout, porter? Sam also doesn't drink beer.
None of that fancy stuff. Just a beer.
Okay, cool. And pours you like what would be the equivalent of a shitty college student beer.
There we go.
I just have a coffee to go.
Oh yeah. Do you want any ice cream or alcohol? Do you want Irish coffee?
Irish coffee sounds good. Yeah, Irish coffee sounds like
Perfect.
a good thing after.
Perfect. And he pours you coffee with, some alcohol in it, and gives it to you. And says, "Is there anything else that I could get you guys?"
At least not for me. Thank you so much. And I will pay. Credit.
Yeah, we take everything here.
I know. I'll just hand out my credit card again.
Say, why do people make a point of saying that, you know? Like, I understand when people say, hey, do you take card? Or, hey, is cash okay? But, like, we were just like, oh, we need to pay. And it seems like people just jump in. We're like, oh, we take everything here. Is that something I'm missing? Is it like a joke? Is it a village joke?
Yeah, I mean, it's we get asked a lot, do you take whatever? Or, like, do you take card? Yeah. Do you take Visa? Yeah, we take everything. And so we kind of just got sick of asking, and that train that comes through here breaks down a lot, and so we get a lot of outsiders, and so we kind of just got sick of really just saying anything. So anybody who isn't a regular, we just say we take everything.
Which fits for me. By the way, did you hear anything on the train that broke down, if it's gotten fixed?
No, I haven't. I don't really pay attention to that. I haven't heard anything. You could probably go down to the train station. They'd know more than me.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for the drinks and ice cream.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see you next time, Crystal.
I'll give a smile. Bit weirded out smile, but well, hell, if everyone wants to, she's just like, whatever. Turn around. Alba's still there eating ice cream.
Oh, I finished it.
Wow, that was quick. I'll just ruffle through her hair. You might have to clean up a bit. You have chocolate everywhere, little one.
And as you ruffle your hair, you get like a little
yeah,
sticky
I was like, probably like, okay. And then she would walk outside, hoping that the other two will follow.
Yeah, I think one was like, how do you not get a brain freeze from that eating that fast?
Oh, I'm used to it. I like to come to the ice cream shop. And she kind of runs off into the bathroom to go clean up a little bit.
Walk outside.
So, guess. Just give me a second. I will turn back and just peek inside the door, looking at the ice cream guy again. Sorry, I just have one more question. I lost my calendar. Do you know what date it is today?
Oh gosh, that's a tough question. I mean, my clock's been broken for a little bit, and I honestly haven't been keeping track. I've been so busy.
Well, it was worth a try. It seems like everyone lost track of time here, but thank you.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Take care. And she will just, a bit disappointed, step back out again. Even he doesn't know what time it is, what date.
Well, it seems to have been changing a lot around here, right?
He said as well that his clock stopped working. That seems to be a thing at the moment, that everything is on hold.
Well, no clocks, there's no phones. Days keep changing. Sometimes it's Monday, sometimes it's Wednesday. Yeah. Like, time-wise can never get a straight answer around here. Which is weird, honestly.
Would you guys be up for a quick detour? I would just like to check if the train is still there.
Do you want to talk to the little one first, or?
think we can go. Except you want to talk.
My only thing was to see if she knew anything else about what was going on, but
I don't think she will tell us.
this doesn't hurt to check the trains, I guess. Scott?
What?
I don't know.
You want to go back?
It's good to see Albert. I think I might need a conversation with Alice.
Then we can wait and ask Alba if she knows where her friend is.
That'd be good.
Okay. I love chat so much.
Oh, I wonder how much pocket fluff this guy would accept for an ice cream. Wonder what the exchange rate is.
Probably a good rate. He takes everything, doesn't he?
Yeah. So, we never really spoke about it, Lionel. Is you feeling better after the therapy session?
Well, I mean, told me a lot of what I already knew, I guess.
That's often the way.
Mm-hmm.
Often the way.
Was he surprised by you guys? I don't know. Did you tell him about the weird things happening?
Yep.
Did he react anyhow to that?
They tend not to. I guess they must be used to. As a therapist, I guess they get used to the weirder things that go on in people's brains.
But he's a therapist in a small town.
I mentioned how others said I haven't been here. What was it? Been here all my life, but yeah, he says I was. He didn't seem to react or anything when I said the days kept changing, so.
Why is everyone so weird around here? And I don't mean you guys. I mean the rest.
Wish I could give you an answer.
Well, let's see if Alba is still inside. You are muted, Sammy.
Oh no, I was talking to myself. I'm sorry. I was looking at the tracks.
But still, it would fit with the question, is Alba still in there? Because that is something you have to answer.
Yep, no, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, so she still is in there.
Then, again,
Probably.
peeking in for the second time now. It's getting weird, but well.
Oh, you get a feeling that the shopkeep doesn't mind.
Yeah, I will give a awkward smile. Just, Alba dear, we would just have a curious question. Do you know where Alice is?
Not right now.
Have you seen her around lately?
I saw her earlier today. We were playing, and then she said she had to go home, and I don't know where she is now. She probably went home.
Just to be curious, would she be able to show us where her home is? Because we would really like to have a quick talk with her.
Oh, yeah, I could show you where her home is.
Would be lovely.
Yeah, follow me. And she runs outside and stops as soon as she sees Scott. And says, oh no.
What?
And Scott, you have this flash of you talking to a young Ellis, probably like 4 to 6 years old, and saying, now I've told you those are your imaginary friends. Those aren't real, Ellis. It's not real. And you flash back. And Alba is gone. To the rest of you, Alba she goes, stops. And as you go to say, Crystal, as you say, what's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
She just disappears.
What? Was I imagining that she was standing right in front of us?
No, she was right there. She was about to take us to Alice's house.
She got scared seeing you, Scott.
It's not real, you two. She's your imaginary friend.
She's what? Whom? Imaginary.
There is
She-
no Alba.
But we are seeing her. We all saw her separately.
We just
No.
gave her ice cream.
Not real.
Who just ate the whole ice cream pot?
Come on, let's head back to Alice's house. Can I
You know
try
how-
and can I
You
try
mean-
and lead them
why
to
not?
Alice's house?
Oh, yeah, if you know, we can try.
Just like
Yeah, make me
this is the thing. Scott's not gonna think about it. He's gonna try and just
Yeah.
not think about it and just let his feet lead him.
yeah. Can you roll me a d20?
Natural 2.
Perfect. Yeah, so you go kind of out into the woods. And you're turning, kind of just probably just reflecting, lost in thought about what all happened in therapy. Yeah, just blocking everything out. You go into the woods, and you end up back at your shack in the woods. And as you open the door, this doesn't look like the inside of the shack that you were staying in, but rather that house that you guys were in that appeared in the middle of town. And you all enter this house.
You mean like the one where we had, like, one stepped into the room, saw something, the other one looked inside, didn't see the same thing?
Yeah, that creepy what's that? Yeah, that creepy house that you guys were in. In the way back when, yep.
I just unlock the door and walk in like I own the place.
Yeah. You walk in.
I will stop at still outside looking in, like,
Was this
Scott,
the same
how
shack as
are you
before?
back here?
Let's not question it for a second.
I'm sorry, I'm questioning everything that is happening here. That's just how it functions.
Let's see what happens and question it afterwards. Walking through the...
Still standing outside. She's not stepping inside.
I open the door, walk in, put the keys on the side, and... Hey, I'm home.
And you hear some shifting throughout the house, but nobody actually answers.
I bought some guests. Come on on in, y'all.
I think we should probably, Crystal and I probably just wait outside for a bit, just in case.
Alright, well, I'll leave the door open. You can come in anytime you like.
Be careful.
Scott looks absolutely haunted, but nods.
Has.
Are,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
are you really sure, Scott?
I remember this place. I think I've got beers in the.
Remember it.
I think I've got beers in the fridge.
First, we'll look at Lionel, like a bit like, what on earth should we do?
I mean, I say we at least wait till for maybe 5 minutes. Give it 5 minutes, and then if Scott don't come back down, maybe we should go join them.
Okay. Crystal will sit basically in the door frame, like one knee inside, one knee outside, just cross-legged, just sitting down with the ice cream, probably slowly melting.
I will walk to the kitchen and the fridge.
Okay. And Crystal, you notice that Scott inside has aged a little bit. And Scott, as you walk in, this seems like a fridge that has beer in it. It has that same beer that you saw, or that you had in the ice cream shop. That's in there, and there's some, I don't know, whatever type of meals Scott usually likes. There's some like leftovers and just groceries.
I'll put the beer in my hand in the fridge.
Okay.
Close the door. I'll come back to that one. I heard shuffling upstairs, right? Let's go upstairs and see who's in.
Okay. And as you walk upstairs, and the floorboards creak a little bit, and out runs a little girl. Daddy! And she comes running full speed and jumps and gives you a hug. And you almost like don't see who it was because it all happened so fast. And she said, I missed you. Where were you?
Scott does his best to enjoy it like this is normal. Picks her up and gives her a hug. How you doing, sweetie?
Oh, what's wrong?
Nothing. Just had a weird day. That's all.
Oh, okay. I'm doing good. I spent some time with my friends today, and we all went out and we had fun and we played a lot. We played marbles, and
Which friends, sweetie? Your school friends? Your friends from school?
yeah, Alba, and yeah, it was really just Alba and me.
Isn't Alba the imaginary friend?
Just because you can't see her, Daddy, doesn't mean she's imaginary.
That is almost exactly how that works, sweetie.
You don't understand, Dad. And she runs off and storms into her room and slams the door.
Well, I'm gonna go fix dinner.
No response.
Is your mother in?
No response.
I'm gonna go downstairs to the open door. Lionel and Crystal.
Okay.
So, Alice is in. She's upstairs. I'm about to fix some dinner. Do you guys want to eat?
Excuse me, what? You want to make some dinner?
Oh, you can cook, Scott.
Yeah, I can cook. I spend a lot of time alone.
Can I just stare a bit longer at Scott to really see if he's really older?
Yeah. What kind of check do you want to make me?
Probably spotted.
I'll allow it.
Medicine, whatever.
Spot hidden, medicine, psychology, whatever you want.
Spot hidden.
Perfect. Yeah, he looks probably like in his 30s.
Scott, not to freak you out, would you mind just stepping outside for a second?
I'll step down from the porch.
As you step outside, he looks mid-20s again.
Could you step inside again? She will make you walk inside and outside, I'm sorry.
Alright, look. I'll tell you what, Crystal. I'll step back in if you step back in with me. Come on, I think I've got a lasagna in the fridge.
You really want to play this game? that's why I'm extra scared. You
Like, Scott will get serious and sort of like lean towards the pair of you. What other leads do we have? We want to learn something. Shit, let's learn something.
It's not wrong, Crystal.
I have Talia back behind. I'm not traveling into some kind of other dimension and losing her.
She's at the shop. She'll be fine. The shop's been one of the few constants, right?
Yeah, but if I'm got lost in this insanity, she'll not be fine. Scott, you look older when you're inside there.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we'll see if everyone changes, and I'll step inside.
No, I don't.
Scott, do you want to make a sanity check?
Hell yeah! Hell yeah, I want to make a sanity check. Shit, I'll make 2 if you want.
Oh, wait, did it go? Did it
No.
not go? Did it?
Slash
I
R,
typed
not
it
R
wrong.
slash.
Yep. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm
It's one.
number 1. There we go. You could take 1 or 2 or 3. You choose. Because Sam's getting mad at the low rolls that roll 20 giving.
What would you like me to take, Sam?
You could take the 1. It's okay. I'll give you the 2 later. I'll randomly give it to you.
Sounds surprisingly threatening. Give you the 2 later. Thank you very much, Daddy Warbucks. Welcome in and thank you for the raid.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome, raiders. Everything's fine. We're just going with it at this point, or at least 2 of us are.
Yeah, one's still resistant.
She's holding on and all she can to just stay focused. Talia, that's her anchor point.
Seeing the Pride emotes in chat as well. Have we all heard the good news? Twitch listened. The Pride emotes are going to be permanent.
Oh, that's great!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Awesome.
I also have no idea how to use them, but I'm excited. That's great.
Crystal So Scott is going back in?
Yeah, I'll step back in.
What does Lionel do?
He steps in.
What happens to Lionel? Crystal is still outside.
Lionel stays the same.
How do I look?
As always.
Just normal to me. I've got beers in the fridge, Lionel. Come on.
How does your back feel, Lionel?
How does my back feel?
It hurts. It feels like you've been stabbed multiple times in the back.
Could be better, Crystal, but
I don't know what I want to do. Crystal will... not follow. If you want to play this, we will meet back at the shop. I'm not leaving Talia behind.
That's
I'm sorry.
fair enough. Crystal, weirdly, I understand. Not wanting to leave the little one alone.
I know she's not alone, but I don't know what happens if we go in there.
Well, we'll find out.
yeah.
Be careful. And Crystal will turn around and hopefully find a way back to town.
So you're going back to town?
Crystal is not stepping inside, and she will
Okay.
turn back to get to Carmen and Talia.
Okay. Perfect. As you go, can you make me a listen check?
Thank you very much, Daddy Warbucks, who is throwing gay bits in the chat, so we all get pride emotes. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. And a fail.
You've, shoot, I should have called this before. Can you re-roll that for me? I'm gonna break the rules. You can take away my advantage, Scrat.
Well, okay, Blue Leader.
Oh god, that's not good. I hear everything now.
You hear everything. You hear Scott's thoughts. You hear Lionel. No. You hear a voice in the back of your head that says, "No, please don't leave, Crystal." And it's like a desperation. Like it really is a plea for you to not leave. And it doesn't sound menacing. It just sounds scared. And it's Ellis's voice. Or at least it sounds like it.
She will stop. Take a deep breath. And keep on walking towards town.
Okay. What are the other two doing?
And I guess I'm going with Scott to grab a beer.
Hell yeah! Look, there's a fridge pack at the bottom there. You can help yourself. I'll start up. I think I just got a lasagna. I can warm up.
Thanks, Scott. Is that
Well, Dad, no, by the way. Let me just throw lasagna in the oven.
is that something you made yourself or just something you grabbed from the store?
Thank you very much, Forever Charmed, who has gifted 5 gift subs in the chat. Thank you. Gifted subbers, you have an advantage to gift to a player or DM of your choice. Let us know who. I especially like the name Scott. I have a feeling like that one was made recently. Yeah, no, he would have had a pre-made lasagna, I think. Cooked it one time and, I imagine Scott to be the kind of guy that cooks big when he does cook and then portions it out.
Cool. Well, guess I'll try how you cook for once.
I can show you how to be
Oh, I don't cook much. I just warm stuff up, essentially. This is just mince and sauce, really, I mean, it'd just be like...
You'd be surprised at how hard that is for some people.
I mean, I just follow what it says on the back of the packet. And I put this portion of lasagna, big enough for 3 people, in the oven.
Yeah, so you probably put 3 portions in the oven. I'm assuming you make individual portions. Oh, thank you. I didn't see what happened. I kind of saw, but my screen's really small.
I saw, this is not Ian, followed, and this is not Ian, is someone that I met this weekend. Welcome, Ian. It's wonderful to see you.
No, it's not Ian. It's not Ian.
Yes, of course.
Thank you for the follow. And as you warm it up and the smell of the lasagna begins to just kind of dissipate throughout the house, you hear footsteps. They sound like adult footsteps, or at least not child footsteps, coming down the stairs.
I'll run to the hall. It wouldn't be exactly rude, but it would be alarmed. I just drop the spoon or whatever I had and go in the middle of whatever I'm doing. I wouldn't really explain myself to Lionel.
Is there a table in the kitchen?
Yeah, there's a table, and it's a 4-person table.
Cool. I'll just sit at the table.
And you see coming down the steps is a teenage Ellis.
Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good, Dad. I didn't know you were home from, didn't know you were home.
Yeah, between contracts.
Contracts? I thought you quit that bounty business, quite a while ago. Before you met Mom and settled down.
I meant, building contracts?
Are you feeling okay, Dad?
I've had a weird brain day, honestly, sweetie.
Are you having another one of those days, Dad? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Dad, it's okay. Why don't you go? Let's go sit down. You're heating some stuff up in the. I can take care of it, Dad. You
It's
can
alright.
sit down.
No, I'll cook. I've got a guest over. It's the butcher, Lionel. You know Lionel?
And as you say that, you just see her face drop, and she says, Why would you do that?
Why, sweetie? What's wrong?
You know. Dad had explained to you. I've explained to you many times. No. No. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, Dad.
Which friend, sweetie?
You know, Mariana, Hugh.
You lying?
You can go ahead and make a psychology check. She says no. She says no, I'm not. But you go ahead and make a psychology check.
Look, I'm having
Sorry.
a doozy of a day, sweetie.
Okay.
Why don't you just remind me what happened with Lionel?
And as she says no, you still don't know if she is lying or not.
Uh-huh.
She seems to be telling the truth. But you're not entirely certain. And she goes, Daddy, I can't believe you're making me re-say this. Oh, he stalked me and he left all those love letters. And Dad, he's like 10 years older than me, and it's just gross and creepy.
Alright, I'll get rid of him. You get out of here, sweetie.
Yeah, okay, bye, Dad.
Wait, before you go, come on, give me a hug and a kiss.
Do I have to?
Hug at least.
And as she gives you that hug,
real? Is she real?
as she gives you that hug, you can feel the warm embrace and the tightness of the hug. And you can feel this kind of like how teenagers who are going through their teenage phase, but still very much love their parents. It's at first like that stiff, like, I don't want to hug you. That kind of relaxes a little bit and turns into a warmer hug. And she kind of just ever so slightly turns to you and gives you a kiss on the cheek and just says, I love you, Dad. And I know that we've gone through some stuff, especially with Mom. And I do appreciate that you're here for me. And I do appreciate how much you try. And she walks away.
I'm gonna stand in the hall for a long time because Scott doesn't know how to handle this situation. I think after a long pause, he'll go back to the kitchen and carry on cooking lasagna. When the lasagna's done, he'll put it down and be like, unfortunately, no one else will be joining us.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's kind of good too, Lionel, because it gives us a chance to talk.
Did you find out what you needed to from Alice? I know you wanted to talk to her.
She said you were stalking her, Lionel.
Really now?
Yeah, why don't we talk about that?
Sure. I mean, that's not really my kind of thing, Scott. I mean, people say, I know a lot of people in town like me, and, you know, sometimes people confuse my willing to listen to them with feelings, you know, and not everybody takes rejection very well, you know.
What was it that you said when we were talking about age earlier? That age is just a number?
So, I mean, yeah, weren't we talking about how you never look the same age? People always think you're younger than you is.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know if Ellis is really my daughter.
If she isn't, that's mighty noble of you.
Yeah, I guess it is mighty noble of me. She's definitely off the table, Lionel. That's not okay.
Scott, it's me. Can I use my charm roll, Sandy?
You absolutely can.
Cool. Which one do I roll for advantage?
You're using your advantage. We just roll twice, right?
I play this like D&D advantage because I don't understand Call of Cthulhu advantage, which I do understand, but it confuses me.
Cool.
So that's a success. I don't know if there's something that Scrat is supposed to roll against it, but
I mean, you could do a psych against it, I guess.
yeah, if you want to. That's the.
I will also be using my advantage.
My advantage was part of my ability.
I forgot about abilities. Did I put? No, I didn't even put it on the character sheet. That's good. Okay, that's good. That's fine.
But you can use your advantage,
I will be.
which is not part of your abilities.
Come on, I've had average rolls all game. Come on.
Oh. So it succeeds.
All right, yeah. I guess you're right. We've never had any trouble with you.
I mean, we've had that best friend food misunderstanding, but you know, I'm hoping that doesn't, you know, paint me in too bad a light.
Well, I'll just be keeping a close eye. That's all, Lionel. All right. She's
I understand. These are weird times right now.
she's not real comfortable around you at the minute.
No, well, it's just a kid. I mean, it's not like we haven't had our issues with Talia either, right?
That's different.
What do you mean? Wait, did something actually happen with Talia?
No, nothing happened with Talia, and as soon as I found out her age, that changed everything.
Oh, so something did happen. Well, something thankfully didn't happen with Talia. I mean, no. Guess we both kind of understand the age is just a number, right?
Well, no. What I understood from my experience is that age is not an example. Is not just a number.
No, but, you know, when people are a certain age, you don't do something like you did.
Right. I didn't do anything.
Exactly. Once you found out, you didn't do anything.
Well, it seems we're on the same page then.
I mean,
Age is important.
yeah.
Yeah.
You doing all right, Scott?
I'm feeling mighty protective right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Real
understandable.
protective.
I mean, you're a daddy now, so. I mean, I'd be surprised if you weren't, honestly. Even if she is the one that's been haunting us.
Hey, don't you talk about my daughter that way. She's not haunting us. She's just lost, that's all. We just need to find her and figure out which of our memories are real, and then all this will make sense. That's all.
No, you're probably right. It's all makes sense at some point. Just gotta figure out what's going on.
And at this point, we will pan back to a Crystal who is walking alone.
In the woods, which is the best idea to do in this game.
But you get out of the woods okay, and as you enter into town, very out of breath, person comes to, oh, Crystal, excuse me, Crystal, please stop, Crystal. Do you stop or do you keep walking? It's Ellis. It's Ellis, and you can hear that it's Ellis, and as you stop, she comes running up, and she's like,
Which age, Alice?
She is a teenager.
Okay.
And she comes up to you and is like, oh, Crystal, I'm so glad I found you. I just had the weirdest experience. My dad he came home and he looked at me like he didn't recognize me. And he just, gosh, like, I don't know. And then he brought Loynell home and acted like he had no idea all of the stuff that happened. And obviously he doesn't know what happened, the thing that I told you that happened.
Just to follow in steps of your father. What happened?
Crystal.
I'm really sorry.
She holds her hand out for you to take.
Gosh darn it. She will take it.
And as you take it, you get this flash. And you're transported to kind of like a woodsy type of place. A camp where you and Talia are. It's in America. You had just completed your trip.
Mm-hmm.
And you're dropping Talia off at her parents' request. And in America, these are known as brat camps. I don't know what they're called or if they're called something else in other countries. But it's essentially a camp for troubled teens where they kind of try to set them straight. This is one of the better ones. It's not like it's not so much like we're gonna punish you into being a good child. It's more supposed to be learning about the psychological, whatever psychologically is happening between or in the child's mind. And you see Alice is there, and she runs up. She's, oh, Talia, I heard you were coming. She's, "Oh, Crystal, it's so nice to see you." And you are transported back. And she says, you don't remember camp? Crystal, you're the one that got me through it.
Why were you in the camp?
Well, we all know what happened when I was younger. And I tried to stop. I really did.
You mean the fires?
Yeah. But, with somebody stalking you and, I just, these violent urges came up again, and I had no idea what to do, Crystal.
It will freak you out, but the law now that is in there with your dad has so far not done anything bad that we know of. I know that sounds wrong. Something's happening around here. I really don't remember much to anything. It feels like the first time being here.
Yeah. That's understandable. I mean, I know that you tried. And she disappears. And as I assume you take a moment to kind of collect yourself and probably head back to the butcher shop as you were doing before.
Yeah.
Do you want to make do you think it's appropriate to make a sanity check?
Yes, sadly so. I don't know why, but Crystal is totally fine.
Yeah. It's probably just kind of, that was weird, but she's so focused on getting back.
Yeah, focusing on it's new information also that she can process, so something new she got.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Very much Azarin, advantage to Sammy for being great at this.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even see that. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we will, as Crystal walks back, we will pan back over to Scott and Loinel.
It was actually pretty good lasagna, Scott.
Well, the meat's from your store.
That explains a lot.
Well, I'm just about done.
Did you want to head back, or you're gonna stick around for the night or something? See if you can.
No, we should head back. We should head back.
Alright. Well, hopefully this will help us get out of this situation, whatever this is.
Yeah, I hope so.
While we're here, should we take a look see if there's any photos around or something?
Yeah, perhaps I'll tell you what, maybe I'll follow you down after a little bit. I'll maybe check on my guns as well, make sure that they're not, they're all secured properly in a gun cabinet.
You want to divide and conquer, or where you want me to check out?
Yeah, no, I think you head back, make sure Crystal's okay. I'm not too happy with her walking through the forest on her own.
All right. She's fine with being in the house by herself.
That's fine. This is my house.
All right then. See you back at the shop, Scott.
Yeah, I'll see you later, Lionel.
And as you all split the party, you're all alone. And as Waynell leaves, Scott, you're in this house that feels familiar. Can you make me a sanity check?
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Perfect. There we go. I told you I'd make up for it later.
Oh, yeah.
I think appropriately.
That sanity is flying down.
You all have way too much sanity left for how late in the season we are.
I think that's only in character.
If it helps, it's only in character.
It helps when you knew everything that's already come along.
Yep. And I think, if you're okay ending a little early, that this would be a perfect place to stop.
Yeah.
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 The others will kill us when they see what we did.
So, Ray and Eek, when you watch this back, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
at least we confirmed that Waynell is like perfectly trustworthy and that Scott trusts him.
Sure.
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, okay, yes, ending the show. Yes, ending the show. Hi everyone. This is completely normal. Where everything is completely normal. We'll be back at the same time next week with more completely normal. Oh gods, no. Okay, so Streamlabs, it looks like they've also updated... Oh, thank God. Okay, I was going to say, it looked like they'd also updated their end credits settings, and I was like, oh no, I don't know if I can roll credits or not. But it worked. It just needed a refresh. They updated things. They made things better. It's good. Yes, so we'll be back in a couple of hours with Doors of Daenerys. We'll be back sometime next week for more completely normal. We're going to head over to the Discord now and scream into the Discord channel. You can find the Discord in these links. It's the second link that comes up after the merch link. Head over there now. It's in Curriculum Completely Normal, where we'll be screaming. You can also find all the other places you can contact us, find our content, and do all the things. You can also support us and our sponsors, Bird and the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press. This has been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we will see you all next time. Thank you very much for coming.